This song called Philly Blues was written for a tenor saxophone player who's a good friend of mine, lives in New York. His name is Bob Malik, and Bob's from Philadelphia. I produced and played on a record for him. The record's called The Searcher. And Philly Blues was one of a couple of compositions. I think I wrote 3, maybe 4 things for the record. And it's just a B-flat blues. And it also, even though it's kind of a jazz group, but we took a real R&B approach to it in that we don't do the 1-6-2-5 thing. We just play, like B.B. King would, It's 1-4-5, but it's got a hip melody played between the guitar and the tenor, and, a very swinging shuffle, behind it. So the song now that's kind of an interesting little part there on the 5 chord. Now, that goes to E flat, right, as a blues would. And then I play this. So, I put, now that is the major 7th of E flat, and this E flat chord is E flat 7. So it's wrong, I'm basically playing a G minor, an A minor, against E flat 9. So it's wrong, but I just wanted to do something that was, kind of against the grain. Not against the grain, because I think it fits. I like the way it goes by. But just something that was, not unconventional, I think is probably the better word, And this is that's the flatted 5th of B flat. And this to me was sort of like E flat, which, F over E flat in this case actually works. That note is, doesn't. But I sort of treated it like an F, like an F6. Excuse me. So, once again, from my point of view, just kind of breaking the mold a little bit, getting a little out of what is predictable. So, that's the melody, and this song is basically it is B-flat shuffle blues. So, I choose my voicings wisely. When I'm playing behind someone, I'm always listening to what it is that they're doing. So, a key thing is it busy? And what, or not, or somewhere in between, Is somebody playing a lot of notes? Is somebody playing a few notes? Or somewhere in between? Are they playing high? Are they playing in the middle? Are they playing low? So that's what I'm reacting to, I like establishing a single rhythm like I just played. That's all right to just keep that going. One could do that, through an entire 12-bar chorus. You certainly don't want to do that through an entire song, I don't think. Especially when you're playing with people who are all improvising, fundamentally. But soloists like consistency, to some degree. They like it for a while. And so I'll lay something down that they're listening to me too, as I'm listening to them. And I'll lay something down for a while so that they know what they have to navigate, And then I'll start changing it a little bit. And I'll be listening to that soloist, what they're doing, of course, everything else around you. And make sure that I'm always moving, it's like this, like he's moving into the high register, man, I hear that, and I come down, He starts moving into the low register, I hear that, and I come up, It's really a dance in that way. And, chord voicings, I learned all my chord voicings from Mickey Baker, Volume 1, so I always say to people, if you don't know any chords, don't come crying to me, because I got them out of a book, and you can get them out of a book too. So I'm using Mickey Baker. I'm using the traditional blues, jazz chord voicings, And the trick, the experience of making music is to be, interacting, to be listening, paying attention, and move. Don't be like this rock in the sea. Some cases that's what's called for. Nothing wrong with that. But in the case of this blues that we recorded here, Philly Blues, there's room. He plays a phrase and leaves some space, and then I play something in there. That's the way you interact in an improvisational situation. You're reacting, and sometimes you're actually just supporting and giving them something to count on, something that's consistent. So that's about the most advice I have to say about the 12-bar blues. Just get your chord voicings, learn your chord voicings, and apply them while listening to what others are doing around you and reacting to that. It's daunting in the beginning, but after a while, you develop your confidence, and you can do it.